How's it going, everyone, and welcome back to the Enclave. So today we have another 5 gifts for reloaders video. This is going to be part 2. So without any further ado, let's get into it. Okay, so we are back with number 1, which is a scale or a scale upgrade. If the person you know has anything less than something like this, then I would say an upgrade is probably a pretty nice gift. So, it is not the most expensive scale in the world, but I do feel like it offers a lot of performance for the fact that it's a third of the price of a lot of higher end scales and a 30th of the price of the really high end scales. So for about 1.6 to 2.6, depends on where you go, when you go, I feel like it's a pretty decent gift, and yeah, if it's an upgrade, definitely a great thing to get. So number 2 is the Double Alpha Academy Magnetic Powder Checker. Some of you would have seen it on my press. I've taken it off for the moment. I'm doing other stuff with the press. Yeah, this is an absolute game changer. This is literally like an order of magnitude up in scales of reloading. This will take you from 10 rounds to 100 rounds quite quickly. Not super expensive. You'll see the price on the image over here. And yeah, that is going to be a pretty decent gift if the person doesn't have one already. The one downside I will say is that it does require a dedicated slot on the press. So if they're using anything less than a 6-pack Pro, you might want to check if they have an available slot before making that purchase. But yeah, moving on to number 3, that is going to be the Lee Bullet Feeder Kit. So that comes in a variety of sizes for a variety of calibers. You obviously need to know the caliber the person is shooting, and that would be a pretty amazing gift. So you do get 2 versions of the Lee Bullet Feeder. You get an inline model, which is extremely difficult to get at the moment. They just released it. South Africa's like 6 months behind, so you can expect by like June, July, maybe places will start stocking it correctly. I got screwed out of mine. I sort of had it ordered 6 months ago, and then got to find out that by the time the things arrived in the country 6 months later, I just wasn't one of the people who got to get one of the ones that arrived. So anyway, there'll be a whole long video on that situation. But the problem with the inline feeder is that it does require an additional slot on your press, whereas this traditional Lee Bullet Feeder does not. This version attaches straight to the bullet seating and crimping die and is a lot cheaper. It's about half the price. And yeah, does the same amount of bullets, doesn't use a slot. So grand schemes, I will probably get the inline one at some point to make a review on it and to do a comparison, but grand schemes, I honestly believe that this is going to be a better option for everyone, because whether you have a 3-slot press, a 4-slot press, a 6-slot press, or even you are running a single stage press with a bullet seating die in it, you could still just load the case, pull the lever, load the case, pull the lever, load the case, pull the lever, and this will do everything else for you. Well, this will do everything else for you. So any press could benefit from this, whereas, yeah, the powder checker you do need a special slot for, and the inline bullet feeder you do also need a slot for. You also need space around that slot because that thing is about this wide. So bear in mind that's almost the whole head of my press. Anyways, we're going to get into a review on that. I don't think it's as great as it's made out to be, but anyways, we'll get into that. Moving on to number 4, it is the Glock Bulge Buster. So I will put a picture of it up over here because I only have a piece inside. But the Bulge Buster is basically going to remove the pesky Glock stains from your cases. There's another video. This video is going to lead into about 45 videos because Glocks mess up brass, okay? I'm just going to say it. And I do apologize for anyone I upset, but you've clearly never shot a Glock and then try to use that ammunition in another gun again, because it just doesn't work. And then when you buy 1,000 pieces of brass, you have no idea how much bulge busting I've had to do. So if they don't already have one for the caliber of choice, a Glock or Lee, as it should be called, bulge buster is a great gift to have. They're only about $400, so also not super expensive. And that sort of leads on to gift number 5, which is a single stage press to go with the Lee Bulge Buster. I realized very quickly, for people who have these sort of presses, the auto indexing presses, whether it's a 3-hole, a 4-hole, a 6-hole, it doesn't matter. Some of those cases require a lot of force. And when you have an indexing shell plate that has play and threads and things to it, I'd prefer not to damage a very nice piece of machinery. So you grab this cheap, or the one up from it, super cheap single stage press in comparison to this, and you can beat on that single stage press with a mallet if you have to get those cases through the bulge buster, because some of those things are rough. I don't know if people shoot with a Glock and then reload and shoot again without bulge busting anything, because obviously they don't have to, because that piece of the round doesn't go into the chamber. I don't know, but I have noticed there are some of these cases that you can practically jump on the lever of your press and that thing does not want to go through the die. So rather break a 1,000 rand press than a 10,000 rand or 8 or 6 or whatever. So single stage press, great investment, great gift. So yeah, that is pretty much our 5 gifts part 2. Hope you enjoyed the video. I had a rough one with this one. I had to record it like 3 times because I kept making massive mistakes. Then the phone would ring, then there was chaos, so I do apologize if I seemed a little bit tired. But as always, if you've enjoyed the video, please like, comment, share and subscribe. It really does help the channel. As always, if you got more time, please check out another video here on the side. If not, that's cool. Peace out.